So I think it's actually one that feels like it was like made for Virtus.pro, right? Like you think about how this map plays, it is a lot of sneaking around, being very specific about what information you give to your opponents and what you keep for yourself.
And Harry, it kind of sounds like it too. Virtus.pro, Vertigo. Come on now.
I think you're onto something there.
Yeah,
I mean, we figured it out.
Do you remember when this map got added to the pool, the first LAN event that used it was DreamHack Open Rio?
Yeah.
It was a show
match. Funnily enough,
once,
where we're going. Yeah, okay, apart from the show match, sorry. First official, though. First official. And that was, well, this team under Avantgarde were frequenting it at that event, playing against Fury in the final. So just something to keep in mind. VP, they've been playing this map since it dawned on our screens.
Since it was born, basically.
Yeah.
You know, it was
52 floors ago.
Yeah, started from the ground floor, really did work our way to life.
Yeah, really.
Well, that's why the updates were so slow for a while, right? Like you had to build all 50 whatever floors of this map, and I can't imagine how long that took. So in a way, like, yeah, we owe it to Valve for this. So I guess that's one thing we can all take away. Now this pistol round, let's see if VP are able to build anything up themselves. A Dread does get cut down, and it's a little bit messy there. Finally, the kill comes in, and a bomb plant now found here for Virtus.pro. Those nades do a lot of damage onto the plant, and they've become a real common sight to see here on Vertigo, because it is just free damage in a site that's so hard to retake. And Nemiga, well, they're navigating it well. This smoke is a bit of a gap in it. James not going to look to use that gap. Instead, he plays around this smoke, using it as a bit of a shield to disguise his movements. And now that he's been spotted, he's on to 3. They tap the bomb. There is a kit on Speedak, but he's hunting this kill down, and he will get it. I think there's just enough time left for the defuse with the kit. So Nemiga getting the pistol round on the board, making that retake happen.
Yeah, James throwing the flash, if anything, gets him killed there, right? Because he can't take the fight in time. The Glock was not ready to fire. And so maybe if he just kept it in his hands, he would have won the round off time. But not going to work out. Nemiga get the retake, and they lock in the pistol round here on the CT side. Vertigo T-sided, of course. So
fun for everyone is what you're saying.
Keep that in mind. Can get very difficult to close these CT rounds, especially without good utility and a retake plan.
What about a reset plan?
That works too. That's a nice like on-the-fly smoke thrown that bounces down the ramp. I like that.
Well, Jame and company would really hate this to be one of their last matches of the road to Rio, of course. So we look at it, this is the third and final decider.
Oh, Gio with the little goblin spot in middle. Just a pixel of your head exposed in this position now. If they boost, they could deal with this from above, but oh dear. A swing, it's perfect. Jame, he was on the angle. He was ready for that position. He's found an advantage for VP. Short-lived, of course, with Box finding Buster down in the B-bomb site. VP wanted to split this mid to B play, and they still can, they still might, and they probably will. Actually, I say that, doubling back towards A, where MDS finds himself aggressively. He finds 2, gets a chance to back up. He hears the footsteps. He knows they're handing him down, and they will get the trade without him finding a 3rd. That's fine. The info is there for Nemiga, and they can set up on the site ahead of time.
Yeah, look at Speedak. He's tried to get over here and get wiser. He wants to take a peek from the scaffolding, and time dependent. He may find out that Adrin is half health on the ramp. But meanwhile, again, 30 seconds on the clock. They're not within radius of planting the bomb just yet, and that's going to prove to be quite fatal. Adrin gets erased with the silenced M4. Not really the way that anybody wants to go out. Now, of course, 17 seconds, 15 even. Oh, and the coveted number of 10 has hit the clock. And finally, it is now able to be attempted to plant here for the side of Virtus.pro. In fact, they're going to tap it, create themselves even bigger problem.
No,
and another tap. Things do get weirder somehow, some way. With 1 second left on the clock, Virtus.pro pull one out from where the sun definitely isn't shining.
I like to imagine that's how VP planned to end every round, ideally, right? Like that's the master game plan.
You fake it with 3 seconds. You fake it with 3 seconds, and then you kill him.
I will say, like, for Kicker there, I think that makes a lot of sense. Like, you're anticipating that this second man is nearby. You tap the bomb, you wait, and it's, you know, you're anticipating the fight's going to come to you. Now, the the risk is like there was a very big chance that they just didn't take the fight and allowed the plant to come in, and that actually would have won the round for Nemiga. But obviously, at that point, going through your head, you're thinking they're gonna plant, they have to, or else they lose the round.
The fact that he has time to double fake it, I think, is everything, right? Because he fakes it, he jumps on the box, that is heard by Speedak, then he drops back, then he goes for it again, and Speedak's thinking there's no way he's gonna fake it twice, there's no way he's gonna jump back up with 3 seconds.
And he did risk the entire round in the back of that.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like that, yeah, you see a lot of times like that. You're just going to lose the round if you do that because, you know, patient CT players. But Speedak falls for it, falls for the bait, and it will be a round for VP. Oh dear, the boost up and the dink is found. Kicker is low.
Yeah, look how low they are just trying to get up the A ramp. They haven't even made it there yet. Box on a 5-7. He wants to go for it. He's going to find success as well. Makes it look easy. Makes Adren feel foolish. Now he's grabbed himself an MP9. He's able to back away.
The VP will not.
The waiting game continues, Hugo.
Yeah, 40 seconds. That's far too much time, VP is saying. We need to wait until at least 10.
That's true. And they will.
Oh, I know. Oh, don't you worry, Trace.
Here we go. Maybe they've realized the error in their ways. Smokes are going to come out on top of this site. Just about 10 seconds left. In fact, 10 seconds to 10 seconds.
Yeah, they do get this bomb over into the site. 15 seconds left on the timer as they get it planted. No chance to deny this if you're Nemiga. And the resmokes will just keep coming in thick and fast for Virtus.pro. This is kind of their bread and butter on this map, is these late A executes with these smokes left in reserve. This is often how you see them beat the best teams on this map, is by holding on to their utility. They work up ramp, they get control, and then they've got enough smokes left to just keep re-smoking that double smoke setup that locks off elevators, it locks off CT. And the only angle that actually leaves you able to fight is getting up on top of the blue boxes, you know, boosting up on top of there. I say boosting, you do it yourself. It's just jumping, it's not boosting. But you know what I mean, right? And it's like you don't want to be fighting up there. You're out in the open. You don't gain any kind of advantage from that position. It's very easy to deal with as a T. And so this is probably what we're going to see from Virtus.pro a hell of a lot. This is kind of their T side in a nutshell.
Yeah, they're slow, super methodical, but also not methodical, just slow approach. Is that kind of what you're describing, Harry?
Nail on the head there, Trace.
Yeah, with with a real emphasis on saving smokes, right? And that is one of the upsides about not really exploring the other avenues of the map, is that you're not expelling those anywhere else. Instead, you are just holding on to them until later on the round. That's why I do think Vertigo is actually a map that is really suited to VP, because it works well with this style that they go for. Once again, they get ramp. They've got all the smokes. They throw these smokes in now. That allows the bomb plant. And then from there, they've still got 2. They can replenish that. That buys them even more time for the bomb to tick away.
And now imagine this, but 15 rounds in a row is probably what we're going to see, or at least something close to that.
Yeah,
right?
you know,
the occasional
you often
mid-rush.
like mix it up every now and again, right? Like when you finally think your opponent has really caught on to the idea, that's when you remind them, okay, well, we can't, you know, we do have other ideas. We do have a strat book on this map. And that's kind of the benefit of it. You're really going to condition Nemiga to eventually stack really heavily over towards this A bomb site. And it's then that you can look to exploit the other avenues on the map.
That's kind of a double-edged sword, right, when you start stacking A, because the issue as a CT on this map is feeding kills too early, right? You need to find that balance. Obviously, both styles work for you. Both styles can work, rather, in the sense of, you know, aggroing and taking fights towards A ramp and softening, you know, up the T's before they commit. And then there's the other style, more common, where you don't stack A and you play for retake. You buy a kit, you play the safety, you know, usually a player on boost, a player in elevator with a crossfire, so the T's can't get aggressive. You wait for the smokes to fade, and you retake as a 4 or 5-man team. That's also a very common, you know, way to go about this A site problem, and just retake and defuse the bomb with your smoke. So we'll see how Nemiga approach it, right? Those are the 2 options, or, you know, finding a balance between them. So let's see what the answers are for this A control for VP. Lots of grenades for Nemiga. Lots of grenades for VP. And they're going back towards the A site. Smokes up short for the man in spawn and flashes to follow. Sanji's leading the charge.
Oh, there is a fire here, so things will have to slow down drastically. Now comes some of that clearing methodology that we see from Virtus.pro. It's a Molotov towards the sandbags. Bit of spray in response from Nemiga. Everybody wants that free kill through the wall. And everybody wants to wear the hat. But not either of those things come by easily.
One of the things I kind of love about this VP like precedent that they've set is I think it, especially when they're T-side, it really forces the CTs to subscribe to their style of play. Because, you know, you might be tempted if you're thinking, well, they're grouping ramp a lot, they're taking it very, very slowly. You don't want to challenge ramp because you don't want to give them these early kills and play a 3-on-5 where your opponents aren't going to give you those trades, right? So that forces the CTs on A to have to play more passive. And you might think, well, okay, then surely they can push B, surely they can push mid. But VP haven't set the precedent of A rushing. They've set the precedent of holding all of these choke points early on. So you're really kind of shut out of any chance to go aggressive here if you're Nemiga. You're just having to react to what VP are doing. And, you know, when it comes to playing their own game, VP are very, very comfortable there. So in a way, this is like the perfect matrimony for Virtus.pro right now. And Nemiga trying to hold on to this M4 is their only option left in this round. They might not even get away with it because Jame is hunting. He is the master of Jame time. It's not box time, mate. No one's ever called it that. And so Jame will revoke him of that title.
Yes, essentially kind of sparked a fire underneath him, actually, if you can tell. 10 seconds on the freeze time. But for Virtus.pro, they've got to be feeling pretty good with the way things are starting to shape up here on Vertigo, especially after the first map of Mirage, and what a troublesome turnout that was for them.
Yeah, I mean, so even Inferno.
It wouldn't surprise me if at some point we try and see Nemiga push the boundaries on other sides of the map. And I think that's where this precedent that we've been talking about should get reinforced even further. Every one of these rounds, Sanji has been holding B ramp. There's players holding A ramp. And so we get our first look at the aggression attempted in that round there from MDS. Now is the perfect time to like try and experiment a bit if you're Nemiga, see what this default is like, see where the weak points are. And so they give it a go, trying to get down short side, seeing if there's something to exploit there, and there just wasn't. It's left to the demise of MDS, a man advantage now for Virtus.pro.
You know, if you're Nemiga right now, you feel okay with this, especially if you can find some more, which is exactly what Box is going to do. So Speedax got one, Box has got one, and now Kicker's got a big job. He's going to try to get in the sight, and this boost might just be the last thing Box and Speedax see in this round. Of course it is! Kicker with 2.
That's a real risk to pull out in a 4-on-2. Nemiga with the 4-on-3 rather. Nemiga had the advantage, but now the site remains and belongs to VP. No grenades for the plant, nothing, in fact, in this round, but a deagle. And VP just looking to make quick work of them. They might not get to. Nemiga might just save as they walk away from the site, away from their problems, realizing that maybe there is no solution but to save. So 5 rounds for VP on this T side. They're building into the game. And, you know, this hasn't been the best map for VP and officials, but they've always made games close. Even when they've lost series, VP always getting 12, 13, 14 rounds, sometimes OTs as well. So while the wins have been more so available for Nemiga, they have been lower tier opponents. So right now, VP are really showing up in the server. 5-1. The one weapon they try to save doesn't get saved, and the one weapon that they don't really care about saving gets saved. It's a USP. Luckily, you can upgrade to the AWP around it. So 5-1, buy back in for Nemiga. What is the answer? Harry expects aggression, but actually, as we say that, double AWP in this round doesn't really tend towards that. We could see spawn picks playing a short peek, a ramp peek off of your spawn, but other than that, you don't want to hang around forever.
You could have a guy here picking middle. Okay, so we do see have one AWP going middle. You could also put one over here back towards A. Now, I say that, and that's exactly the way it goes sometimes. It's the way she goes, Bubs.
It do be like that.
Way of the road.
But it's a real passive round for VP, and one that Nemiga don't want to be passive. VP smoke in front of them. They smoke the bottom of ramp. They are that patient in holding this default. Box is going to push in front of it. Flash is good, and the kill still comes through regardless. It will be traded. Adren doubling down as well, finding MDS. Will they be ready for the AWP? Also in a similar position. VP, This is so painful to play against. How do you even react here? Because you're still holding if you're VP. You're still not even pushing this orb. Finally, it's found a gap, it's found an angle, but it's only a fake as Adren offers up his life. B has already been taken. Buster got a pick here. The second orb in position. Gio waiting for a kill.
He's in a pretty good spot for it, Harry.
Yeah, James going to be the man to try and run the gauntlet. As smoke falls and Gio has to hop on down. Now holding an even thinner gap here. Buster does manage to slip by and gets into the site. James planting the bomb. And I love that. James the man getting the plant, but Buster is the guy who crosses. And usually, you know, where he is where you see players getting that bomb down. That looked to be the angle that Speedak was looking for and wasn't ready for Buster to fly off on the back of that bomb getting put down and take his head off. Gio now looking to survive, but even that is a tenuous subject. Sanji on the hunt is about to come his way, and Gio did hear him making his way through the ladder room, so he's more than prepared for the ramp player. Sneaky beaky Buster, however, might have him dead to rights here from the short side. Gio is not ready for it, and that will be him removed. 6 on the board for Virtus.pro. They managed to remove everyone on the Nemiga side, and now it's probably just a force for these CTs.
Once upon a time, Harry, this Virtus.pro lineup, they made a real deep run in a major. What do you think?
Yeah, man. They did. They did. And they're looking to get back to some old form.
More than a run, if you ask me. Maybe a win.
Maybe a road. Maybe it's a marathon on a road. Like Forrest Gump running across the country over and over and over again.
He's just running.
Jedi. Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
Wow.
Sorry.
Well, Trace, I always knew you had a bit of Forrest Gump in you, but never this much. Right now, it's going to be VP walking up A. Nice and slow. Slow and steady does win the race. And right now, they are in first place, 6-1 in the third map of this series.
Yep, and there's not a Bubba Gump in sight, but we do have a shrimp here. Hugo Byron, of course. Trying to tell you about how Nemiga don't have much going for them in this round, especially when you consider the buying power, the purchasing power. Just wasn't there from the beginning.
Well, let's see where these pistols find us here in this round. VP, they've invested in a fruit company, and that means they don't need to worry about money no more. Just one less thing, I guess.
I was running.
They got cash for days. And right now, Nemiga dazed and cashless. They're going to have to save these pistols, or at least try and get exits with them. VP with a bomb plant on the A site, a 7-1 scoreline.
Yes, indeed. Another bomb plant, another bomb explosion here on the A site. So Virtus.pro doing a good job, a consistent job, and albeit slow is smooth, smooth is fast. That's what they say, Harry.
5 out of their 7 rounds have been bomb explosions, so more often than not saves or attempted saves, given that last round. This one will be a successful save, but really not one that you're going to be, you know, telling your grandkids about. You got a Deagle and a P250. It's still not a whole lot from Nemiga, so a timeout called as they get into the next round, trying to figure out how and where to spend their money.
Yes, that is something right there. I think you are onto something. Yes.
It's kind of heartbreaking for Nemiga if this is how it all falls apart, right? So you have one Mirage so convincingly to take us to overtime back on Inferno. They were looking real good.
In their hand
yeah,
as well.
they had that game at one point when they were 12-9 up. It felt like they could have got it over the line. And then to come into Vertigo, a map that you've been all right on, a map that VP are pretty good on themselves, and you're just getting annihilated thus far. That can't be a good feeling, especially considering how good Nemiga were looking in this series just moments ago. Can they recover? Can they bounce back? Lollipop, 21K. He was the guy who was stepping up in spades back on Inferno. While here, he's yet to put up a kill on Vertigo. That has to change. Something has to give here for Nemiga, or else VP are just going to keep walking all over them. Speedak does have the AWP out in this round, and he's trying to get an early duel down towards ramp. Deep smoke throwing in from Virtus.pro to try and get them out through this ramp room, but for the time being, they're just going to be holding. The response from Nemiga, the way to try and fix this ramp play is through them pushing the AWP and this M4 up to have a crossfire between short and top ramp. Now that these smokes start to fade and no kills were gifted over, they'll fall back, take a bit more of a passive angle inside of the site.
Yeah, hopefully not constructing this boost right as VP get aggressive. That's been a problem in the past. Scoped up, heard. Speedak going to try and go aggressive, dodges the flashbang, but a peek follows. James misses the shot. It's Speedak with the first. The boost actually does come through, but this time it actually has results in favor of Nemiga. Peeks off the back of it. Trade available, and a Drain gets them both. He's been really good in this series, keeping VP in this round. Him and Buster now have to find Speedak, but the AWP is already on the short side. The trade is also there. Buster in a 1-on-2. Max money, go for this every single day. But both players are on A. This is the perfect time, in my opinion, to drop B. I don't think we see teams do that enough. They always walk into what they know is going to be a stack. But you just want the fight sometimes. And Buster, he's looking for them. One-on-one on this site, he's gone silent. Lollipop has rotated. Geo hiding by the boost. Buster can jump across, or he can just stick the plant to fake first. 10 seconds, forces the fight. Geo goes out wide, and Buster gets the kill from the back of the site. He's now in a one-on-one with a molly, with a smoke. Lollipop running on rotation, not being quiet about it, but he will get the kill. His first kill in the map, keeping Nemiga in this game, really, because without that, VP just keeps streaking rounds together. They needed that kill. They needed that round. It's their first since the pistol.
It's rough out here, ain't it, Harry? Like John Wayne, rough and tough. Don't take no nonsense.
Perfect. Wow, that is certainly maybe the sentiments shared by Nemiga. Trace. AWP in the hands of Speedak still. A much needed first round arriving on the board since that pistol. You're bang on. Ever since that ever since the force buy was won out by VP, they've been streaking together these rounds. Now the money is still, ooh, that's a little gap there. That's probably the closest. I know it's old news. I know we saw that already from, I think it was Stewie doing it a lot. But that was our most in-depth look at what that angle was, because Stewie was never like giving us a close-up through it.
Ooh.
Buster, in with his second kill of the round, dominating this B bomb site this time around, RVP. They will look to go in, but will they commit? Because this bomb is still dropped all the way back down towards T-spawn. That's been retrieved by Kicker. And he's going to re-link up with the rest of the boys at B. The B Street boys, as they start to make their way up. Ooh. But, hang on a moment, hit pause, because Adren, he's in the back line. He's coming in on this lurk. Now the B bomb plant's still found, and this gives that much more weighting to Adren's flank. They discover him, they deal with him.
They're actually running back to save. Yeah, that was the call. Even as the bomb gets planted, MDS is like, yeah, I'm out of here, boys. Later. We've lost B.
We out. But also, this is probably the perfect time to remind you all then. You've tuned in and you're wondering, who the hell is Virtus.pro Perry Match and Nemiga Gaming? Well, they battled their way through the CIS side of things, and now after that, we're going to get a upper bracket semi-final for the ESL 1 Road to Rio Europe. That's going to feature both FaZe and the Ninjas in Pajamas FaZe clan. A team that was hot, looking real hot, going through the groups. Undefeated, some say, Harry Russell.
Some do say that, and that's because that's what they were. So if you find yourself saying that, congratulations.
You're right.
Nailed it.
Nice.
But that's enough pat on the backs. Let's focus on the game at hand. Round 11 now. Who could forget it? 8-2 up. Virtus.pro in the lead. They flexed a little B play in that round there. That's not something they do a lot, so that was a real treat, because now it might be back here towards this A side. At the very, very least, right, that's given a reminder to Nemiga that, hey, we're VP. We can go B if we want. We've got that capacity. We've done it to you once, and now you've got to start to stack that site a little bit more. You can't be affording this 3-man A play out of the gate. And so that is very much the case for Nemiga in this round. They've reinforced B with 2. You're looking at Lollipop and Box over there. Holding on to mid is Speedak. Not Speedak, rather. It's actually Geo. I cannot read. That is something to bear in mind.
It did sound a little sad when you said it that way. Nonetheless.
Ooh.
Virtus.pro trying their damnedest to get inside of this A site. And that was a pretty sweet shot, all things considered, for a Dren. He's able to eliminate AWP right here in the situation. Speedak. No more. No mas.
MDS aggressing on short, but VP have done a classic and just stopped dead in their tracks. And the value of this, again, is it can make Nemiga think it's B still. They don't know how many players are here for VP. Good push from MDS, gets ahead of the flashbang and finds James walking up onto ramp. Buster looking for B picks. He hasn't cleared the corner, and he will regret that one. Box with 2. Should get wall banged out of this round on the reload. Kicker does find the kill, but Lollipop is still here, and he's going to respond. AK traded by James, checking the corner, but not getting the kill. And that's everything dropped to the feet of Nemiga. Weapons galore on an eco win. Big frags from Box on the corner, not cleared. And finding Nemiga 3. It's not quite back-to-back rounds, but they've got to get a few more if they want to break VP's economy. At one point, players at 16K. That's certainly drawn back since that point for VP, but they're not going to be, you know, complaining right now. 8-3 up. Okay, an eco win for Nemiga, not great, but if they can find another round here and reset them straight away, they will be back in the control of the economy. Fast play up A. This time VP go a little bit speedier than usual. Until they stop, of course.
Oh, wow, that stoppage time might only be temporary. Kicker is deep within this short smoke. He waits for it to fade, but he does get removed by MDS. A Dren now picking up the pace and laying waste to this A site. It's a Dren with a double. Lollipop and Geo left in for the retake, but a Dren is not stopping. 3rd in the round. Geo left up in a 1v4, and this might have to be a save here. Catches Sanji heading into the elevator room, and actually, this bomb yet to get into the A bomb site. VP floating around a ramp. I don't really know what James is doing here with the bomb. He's throwing it into the hands of Buster, I guess wanting to set him up for the long angle with the orb. That makes sense. Him and Buster were just missing each other. It looked very weird on the minimap. That nade finds a good bit of damage, but it's not really anything to get too excited about. If you're Geo, you were hoping that was a kill, and it was not. So that there is just going to be the save, already decided. 9 on the board for VP. And a Dren with a great round. Those entries, incredible. Chains them together, kill after kill, makes it look easy. Yeah. And that's enough for 9 now on the board. He
has felt like the standout player in this series for VP. The scoreboard shows that as well. 43 and 42 coming into this game, at least. And of course, top of the board now that he's here. So Dren has come to play today, leading by example. 9 rounds for VP. Oh, Geo just gets away with this AWP as well. They don't want to fully commit to clearing ladder, and so no threat. The old 1-2 for a Dren. Even shoots the legs of the AWP as well after the shot gets missed. 9-3, couple rounds left of the half here, 3 to be exact. Nemiga still have the money intact. I'd love to see some more aggression, some of these ramp flanks. You know VP are hitting A. Try and cross ladder, try and get back down behind them. We haven't really seen any aggressive CT play from Nemiga, and the A holds nor the retakes are working out for them. That's a nice start. MDS finds a gap, and he exploits it to take down Kickard on the ramp. But Nemiga, they've had plenty of man advantages that they haven't been able to close, rather. That will certainly help as Speedak drops a Dren towards A. He's been a crucial player for VP in this game. James now has to step up, but the barrel of his AWP gives away everything. The flash is good, and James hits a shot before it even pops.
What a gamer, man.
What a Jamer.
Yeah, basically. With that AWP shot, does begin to open a few more opportunities for Virtus.pro, who are down a man in this round. Still a double op set up for Nemiga. James not finding that one. It's at least going to let Nemiga know that they are close up ramp. They did not forfeit that. They did not head back to B. In fact, they are 3 deep over here, and they have their sights set on A. Fast shot from Speedak. Now he knows the hit is on. Sanji crosses into the sight to get traded out. Just James. And he gets wall banged. And surely that's going to hurt his feelings.
Yeah, that was sick from Speedak, man. 4 kills holding down the A-bomb site. We kind of really had yet to see this AWP feel like it was coming alive for Nemiga. And that round there, boy, does it make its presence known. Speedak goes on a tear. He takes his first man down, repositions around towards short side to continue to put up these numbers. Everywhere VP go, Speedak was there and even cements it with this lovely little shot through the wall. James was trying to save. That's incredible, man. Like, just wild that he even hits it. Obviously, bit of RNG mixed in there as well. But nuts, it's like he knew. He just flicked through the wall. That's sick. Speedak, offer us up a bit more of that, and Nemiga might still have a chance here on Vertigo. A real change in pace, but it's Speedak trying to put the brakes on them again. This time, it's him to get broken down, and the AWP of James rings on out with another kill found. VP, they are very swift in their response in this round. Yeah. I love it. Whenever they do play fast, it does feel like a real treat. Yeah. Box has just bypassed James in this smoke, so maybe there's a chance of something a little bit sneaky here. Oh dear. Oh no, but Box is going back to try and save the AWP. Oh, now we did a bit of a jump scare from James. He hasn't registered it yet. He's still going into the site. He's still looking. What's he doing? What Box got planned for us? He's looking around, but no one's giving him any more fights. Yeah, no. And they hunt him, they find him.
A little ambitious. It was a little ambitious.
Really going for it there. Nice try, worth a shot, but you know, that would have worked if he didn't have to take that first kill, right? If he went silent for like 20, 30 seconds and VP start fanning out looking for the frag. But no, they knew he was on the site. They weren't going to leave the bomb unattended.
He did skirt away from James pretty quickly, though, which is kind of a saving grace there for a minute.
Didn't even turn back as well. He's like, oh, James there. Let's just run. Let's just leave him alone. I don't want to AWP him.
No, I don't want to play with James.
I like the pace there, Harry. You put it right. VP, you know, they can run these fast rounds. Great flashbang from James and double entry from Adren. He's just going to do it again. It's the exact same as the last round. A wallbang kill for Sanji, a headshot for Adren. It's just looking like deja vu, and Sanji's doubled up with 2. VP looking for 11 rounds at the end of the first half, and there's not much that can stand in their way today. If they walked B right now, that'd be the best call they could make, because Nemiga are full rotated. They're going to hear this. They know that they are on the wrong side of the map, and Lollipop is running for the hills, but VP are going to beat him to the hills.
Yeah, and in the hills, they do have eyes, and by that I mean Virtus.pro. All the vision, all the Molotovs dropped over here on this B site, and what is the last round of the half? Box is on his way over. Cavalry has been called, and of course, now things become quite dicey. You could save, I suppose. It's not optimal. Actually, you won't get to take those into the pistol round. Here comes Box. He's going to be the first victim. Nice. Will Buster find the second under Lollipop? No, actually a trade, but all of it in vain. James coming through big with the AWP. We go to a break. We finish out this half of play, talk it all over, and then, and only then, do we go to FaZe versus the Ninjas in Pajamas after this.
Never let you double cross them. moving through the city like it's Gotham. They told me get one, so I got one. Stop saying you're a boss when you not one. You ain't sacrificed, nah, you ain't lost none. All over the gram like you got a bag. You ain't big dog, we ain't hear none of that. I'm in the gym looking like a running back. And you know the flow, got him coming back. Who I was in the past, I'm unattached. Only focus in this moment is bringing the summer back. Oh, respect my grind, elevate souls and I spread good vibes. Young divine, you know I gotta shine. Raise your hands for a good time. Aight.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you wanted, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move. 3, 2, bringing summer to you.
Oh, ready, let's go. Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round. Yo, hold up, let me switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone would show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide. And with the rhymes that make the dimes, I'll close their eyes and fantasize. I'm divine calling their phone number. Yeah. No, you know I love you. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats. On stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young, black, successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you wanted, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move. Bringing summer.
We're back, and we are going to take it to the edge and then come alive, Hugo. That is the only way that this makes sense.
In that order.
Virtus.pro taking on Nemiga. Plenty of ledges in this map. Of course, 51, 52 stories. Now, it has just occurred to me that this entire thing, the entire map, is built on the premise of the T's trying to go upstairs. That's it. They're just trying to get upstairs.
Yeah, just, you know, not allowed on the top floor, Trace. That's where all the cool things are. Like the bomb site, Sanji. Oh dear, that was a bit of a mess. Gonna get overwhelmed. Buster finds one. Jame at the back of B has traded places with the T's, giving them the sight, but fighting for his life. The bomb has been dropped, and he's found another one. Buster assisting in the process. Gio, oh, the Tech 9. It's a fickle beast. It's a cruel mistress, and it's Virtus.pro with the 12th round.
Quite the sandstorm that has been created here by Virtus.pro. Well, we don't want to get copyright striked by, you know, just how close you make the song sound to the noises you're making. So
you know, I mean, musical sensation, some say.
Yeah, sensations awry. Speaking of sensation, check this one out. Sanji's gonna have one on his own, mopping them up, stopping them in their tracks. Just MDS. All he had was a Glock in his hands anyway.
Pop, pop. Get him.
So that's that.
Business as usual for VP, 13-4. Nemiga with a bye. This could be one of their only buys in this entire half if they don't win it. This VP in just 3 rounds are pushing us over the edge and taking the series 2-1. Not even competitive on Vertigo so far. So this is the key round. This is the decider. Will this be competitive? Let's find out.
And let's do it with Harry Russell.
Yeah, let's see what Nemiga have up their sleeve. Okay, this... it would feel very, very kind of sour if after keeping this so close all day, they only get to play 1 rifle round in the 3rd map due to a very one-sided scoreline. So let's see if they can pull this back. Certainly not looking good out of the gate. Speedak does get deleted, but there's an equalizer courtesy of Lollipop. Boggs is gonna maybe have a kill there, but Sanji senses that something might be up.
Ouch.
The gun model blocks his own view of Sanji.
Oh.
It's an unfortunate turn of events. Flash didn't help either.
No.
But here comes Nemiga. They're coming through the mid gap. They're gonna do it silently at that. Well, it was silent. Don't worry, Kicker's here, and he's got 2 with his name on it.
Yeah, Famas is pretty loud and proud in this round as Kicker is ready for that B play, and MDS, he's got to clear this close position. It can always be the worst, and even though he doesn't, it doesn't matter. Sanji comes in from the flank, and we'll find 14 for VP. No armor even in that round for Sanji. Doesn't matter. No need. No worry. VP. They get themselves back on the board. Good spray from Kicker. Getting 2 kills here is, I don't know how. Look at that. He just peels back and continues to transfer. Nemiga walk right into it.
Hugo, how do Nemiga get back into this game given this current situation? Or is it just doomed?
I think it's doomed, mate. It's 14-4. I mean, we haven't seen anything to go... Like, I haven't seen Nemiga play the T side to go, oh, yeah, you got to fix this, or you can't do that. Like, we've seen one round, and they lost it straight away. So, I mean, you know, I would say take A, and that's what they're doing. But you don't even have the money, Trace. You're on an eco round up against 14. You're buying a bit. You're saving for that 15-4 scoreline. At that point, do whatever you feel is best. Don't do what I say.
So basically what you're saying is life is kind of like one big eco round.
Life? No, not really. I mean, unless if you're saving all your money, sure. But I don't walk around with pistols, Trace. I don't carry Glocks in my hands.
Yeah, man, that's...
Maybe life's like a game of CS, though. You know, like it's got its ups and downs, it's got its ecos, it's got its
its aces.
Well, here's Jay. His life is CSGO, and he's looking for this kill. He's opened the round up with 1. Lollipop has come in and deleted the man with the deagle. However, this is still in the advantage of VP in a very, very big way. The bomb plant is certainly going to be helpful for Nemiga in terms of allowing them one last hurrah before this map might come to a close. James continuing to lay down the pain. And James, he's like he's playing a game that's on rails. He just goes from one kill to the next to the next. It's match and series point for Virtus.pro. They're trying to lock in a semi-finals appearance versus the Team Spirit gang if they pick this game up. And well, they are just 5 kills away from doing exactly that.
Well, word of the day is cringe. Oh yeah, that's the word every single day for all you chatters out there abusing it time and time again. You wouldn't know cringe if it slapped you in the face.
Okay, Boomer.
All right, kid, get out of my way.
Fast play of short attempted here for Nemiga. It will get denied by the utility, that of which VP had plenty of. Oh, and there's more.
Oh yeah, look at that. It's gonna land right on top of the smoke though. Unfortunate. That would have certainly blocked it out. They're gonna drop a grenade there. That does the damage instead to Lollipop. Just one more round here for Virtus.pro.
You what? I can hear the footsteps. Not really being quiet about it. Nemiga walking up A. 4 players here for VP in the site. Quite the setup, quite the stack. Kicker's gone straight away. Oh, what a climb for Box. He goes above and gets a kill on the railing. 5 on 3. It's a good round for Nemiga, and VP have already thrown in the towel. They've already called the save. They're going to be backing off and holding on for these guns for a rainy day.
Yeah, right. They know that the money could decide everything, so you don't want to let Nemiga claw your way back into this map on the back of running out of money. Now, VP, they weren't going to run out of money if they went for this, but a 3-on-5, they know that's an unlikely scenario. And you can afford to, like, write that round off as just some unfortunate shots connecting in favor of Nemiga and then just run it back in the next. MDS is nearby and might even uncover these players saving at B if he were to go any further. There is a man holding it, though. That's Buster. So MDS plays it safe, stays alive. 5 on the board for Nemiga as they're trying to claw their way back in to this series. Now, they still have a very long way to go. They need 10 in a row.
But it could happen.
Force an overtime. But it could happen. You know, that is just the nature of Counter-Strike. Anything can happen.
Yeah, especially when you're hitting shots and getting openings like that. Box. Nice little replay, nice little highlight of himself. 13 and 17 currently on the board here for the side of Nemiga.
Oh, Dren, he's had enough of it. He wants to force fights here. The deep smoke lets him push up, but he's not looking at it. And Box walks right through, catches a timing, catches a kill. Kicker catching flag here as bullets fly past him, into him, everything you can conceive. and he will concede the site, falling back safely. But I say safely only just because he's being hunted, he's being hounded down as he falls back into elevator on 20 points of health. This might just be another save for VP.
Yeah.
Nemiga, 2 kills on A. The round's looking lost.
Yeah, everything that you can conceive. So there's a fair bit throughout Vertigo that you can piece together. And for Nemiga, it's been another round. James going to stick around, looks to get some frags. He wants to take some weapons out of the hands of Nemiga, albeit the one-man show. At least giving it the illusion that there's more than him there. Now, they're not going to give him a pick, which is ultimately not going to prompt any sort of immediate spring to action by Virtus.pro. No call to arms. So 6th round on the board for Nemiga. And what is a quarterfinal for the CIS region?
These rounds are always a painful one if you're a CT side, right? Knowing you have very little say in whether you win the round or not. It's coming down to those first couple of fights. And with the way that VP are playing, not really going in their favor. Let's see if they have a solution in this round or if they're just going to fall back very passive and play retake because they've, in back-to-back rounds, lost the early fights towards the A site. 6 rounds. The grind doesn't stop. This can feel almost like a weight off your shoulders if you're Nemiga. You know you can just play loose, play free, because you lose a round, it's gone anyway, it's over. So if anything, the pressure is off in a way, but it's also very truly on. Buster taking a fight down ramp, getting some damage onto MDS, walking through a smoke, and they found a timing again. Box with a double opener. He is full of them. Adren is still here, though. They haven't cleared up this kill, and they might not be able to because he's dropped the bomb and a man with it. Oh, dear. Adren has control over the package. Does he want to hang around? He's got a smoke for the Molotov. He can continue to fight, but Gio's on the site with a grenade, and good damage off of that. One more HE. None left, though. They've got to take the kill. They've got to take the fight. This spam will do it if he takes a shot. Gio doesn't want to rush it, though. He waits for Adren to make the mistake, and he's got the kill. Moving out for another. 2nd kill for Gio, and Buster in a 1-on-3 to save this map, to save this series. It's not happening.
Yes, it is.
He's looking to save.
Oh, no. This Nemiga comeback is happening.
Yes.
Whether you want it to or not, Hugo B. Byron.
Wait, they ran out of A. They had B, and MDS pushed up, but Buster's backed out, and he's realized that they've gone back. Now they've gone back to A. So don't worry.
What, mate?
Yeah, so
well,
they were going back from A to B, and then Buster heard them go back, so they went back to A and from B.
And Buster was B, so he's gone back to A to rejoin the site that he was already on, but he's not no longer, but now he is.
And now this is back-to-back rounds for Nemiga. They're starting to find these over on the T side. This is going to be their 7th, unless Buster can do something awe-inspiring to pick up this 16th and secure the victory for VP.
Hello.
That's a start.
Lollipop, and now just Gio left to
boy.
be. Buster.
This is it.
Tapping the bomb, but he's made noise. Kind of giving up the illusion that he's sticking it there. Gio peeking from ramp, hasn't fired a bullet yet, now finally does. Buster swings on out, and he gets
the future.
VP in a 1v2. They find this series. They lock in that semi-finals appearance versus Team Spirit. Virtus.pro taking the series 2-1. They get the job done. Join us after a quick break. We're going to be breaking this one down and talking about what this means to the future of the CIS division.